Oh, hello. I had an a long day. I did finally get out to the beach, and I found a few interesting things. This is this was I think this was a scraper of some sort, and judging from how it was napped, I would say it's between, let's just say thousands of years old. Yep. Yeah, and now this one I had already found, but I had thought it was a weight for a gill net. I thought it was a maritime archaic weight for a gill net, and it still could be, but I made a minor discovery. Oh. It's a bear effigy. Yeah, it got it has two nice holes in there. And oh my, I don't know how they did it, but they did a really fantastic job. That's what it looks like from the back. Now I think this could have been an ornament as well. That's pretty cool. Oh my God, does that ever look like a bear? Yeah. Short-faced bear. Anyway. Yeah, well, I'm donating that to the school. And this here as well. And I decided to throw in these shells here. Well, they're not just shells now. They're actually Neolithic fish hooks that they would have been just an example of fish hooks that they would have used in the last 2,000 years. Or 3,000 years. And of course we got these guys here. These are the original hooks that go back 3,000 years or so, maybe even more. And this is the, oh, where'd it go? The unfinished hook. Yes, I label everything for the schoolroom, but I made a find tonight, and the only reason I kept this little piece of stone, this little piece of I believe it's igneous rock, but the only reason I kept it was because it was shaped odd. It stood out among all the others. This little guy. And it was only on my walk back up the beach, up the hill, that it occurred to me, this could be a flint for a flintlock. And you know what? It actually is. You see that's what strikes the frizzen pan. the frizzen arm, you lean it forward and you put your powder in the frizzen pan and you close the frizzen arm back down and you pull the trigger back to set this up, and when it goes down it strikes the frizzen pan, causing this sparking up the black powder, and voila, the flintlock rifle goes off. Yes, indeed, it's an actual flint for a flintlock rifle. Yeah, I am certainly glad that I found this. I feel pretty darn close to the Indian or soldier or loyalist that carried that flint. Yep. Yeah, I can't tell of course I cannot tell the exact age of the flint. It's either 17th century or 18th century. But it wouldn't surprise me if it was 17th. And being that it was found a tin can, it most likely could have been from a loyalist gun. Or a Micmac or Maliseet gun. Yeah, you never know. Or an American gun when they drove the Acadians out and deported the Acadians in 1755. Yeah. Well, the kids taking history will actually have a look at that and be able to study flints used in flintlock rifles and see that, yep, this is it. Yeah. Oh, I found here's something else that I always pick up these little stones. And I always turn them into, so I can turn them into fish hooks. This is actually a maritime archaic point, a bird dart, but I'm going to turn it into a fish hook. Oh, I'll figure out what I'll do with it. I might even donate it to the school as well. But I believe the oldest artifact that I have in the table in front of me right now would be, well, certainly not that bone, and not this, because I know for a fact I made that shale awl, and then I used it I made the shale awl, but I decided to use it to show what a Neolithic fish hook would look like a couple thousand years ago. The oldest artifact is this. Yeah, it's definitely not it's not a spare point. It's definitely a scraper. Yeah, this is used to scrape hide. This could probably be. Now, would the maritime archaic have used a scraper like this? No. They used. They worked with shale. They made shale scrapers and adzes and stuff like that. 99% of their work was done in, it was done with the shale or softer stone. This chert, volcanic glass, hard as steel, and I believe this was one of the Debert Folsom tools. Yep, that's what I think this was. Debert Folsom. So it's about, I'm thinking 10,500 years old. So it's because they would have had, the Debert Folsom people would have had these kind of tools. Alright, that's enough of that. Yep. I suppose I'll upload this video when I get a chance, and I will see you online.